Hey everybody, it's Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel. This is a much requested video on how I use the Silhouette Cameo, and I'm going to show you two ways to cut your die cuts from printable pages. I'm going to start with the Mandy Ford collection. When I get the Mandy Ford collection, it comes in a PDF, and what I have to do is open up Photoshop Elements and then drag that into Photoshop Elements. It will open up with a preview window of all the pages, and I just select the pages that I need, which is the PNG pages. I also save the pattern papers, but for the purpose of this video, I'm just opening the PNG files. As you can see right here, I just hold Control and then I'm able to select just the PNG files, and then I can open up those and save those as a PNG. I did not check on my Cameo if I can open PDFs, but I don't think that I can. Maybe I can, but like I said, I did not check. So once I have these open, I am going to save them as a PNG so that way I can open them up in my Cameo. The Spooky Season kit from Mandy Ford comes with 3 die cut sheets, and one of them is a tarot card sheet, and I just save them with the name that they come with and make sure it's a PNG. And then once I have all of those saved, I can go ahead and open up my Silhouette like I said. And I did check, but the auto trace function is available in 4.4 versions of the Cameo and up. So the auto trace makes it really, really easy to get your die cuts. It just makes it so easy. There's also a second way, and I think I already mentioned that, and I am going to show you the second way, and that way you can use that way as well. And this way is with you doing your own tracing lines using blackout sheets, and that will make more sense when we get there. So I'm saving the second sheet, and I just have one big folder called 2023 projects, and I save it under PNG and keep it the name that it came with. I think it says Spooky Season Collection 1 or something like that. So I just save it just like that. And eventually, once I make these sheets, I will drag and drop them into the Mandy Ford Spooky Season Collection folder that I have. But for right now, I'm just saving them here so that way you can see. Then I can, like I said, I can open up the Cameo and show you how to cut them, which is really easy and really fun once you get the hang of it. And I hope that this video helps you to take that next step with using your Cameo, because let me tell you, once I was able to make the die cuts with these 2 different methods, it was just fantastic. So now I'm going to open up the Silhouette program, which takes forever. It looks quick in the video, but it took forever because I have so many programs running. But I have 4.4, and once it opens, I am going to go into the edit function and show you where the auto trace is, because you need to make sure that that is selected. So I go up to edit, and then you go all the way down towards the bottom where it says Preferences, select that. Then it's going to pop up with a whole big menu, and you want to click on Import. And once you click on Import, you want to make sure that Auto Trace is selected. You can see it over on the left-hand side towards the bottom. So make sure that is selected, and then you can click OK and open up your PNG files. And once you open those PNG files, they will have the red cut lines all over them. So you don't have to do any of the work. It's already ready for you, and you're ready to cut. There's going to be a little adjustment of size and some other specifications, so I will show that to you in just a second. So I have to go to the folder that I need, which is 2023 projects, and scroll all the way to the bottom to get the spooky season pieces that I want. And I just hold down the Control button so that way I can open all 3 of them at the same time. And once they open, I can do the adjustments that I need to do to make it cut and make it cut on the Cameo and also print. Okay, so got these loaded, and now what I need to do is shrink it down just a little bit so that way it fits inside of the registration marks, because that's what you are going to do. Over on the right hand side is a panel of options. I don't know why, but you can't see it fully on this video, but over on the right hand side there is like a little square, and you want that square so that way you can add the registration marks. So you click the top button that has like a little square, and then you select registration marks on. I slide everything to the left, so length, thickness, and inset. I select all of those and push it all the way to the left, and then you see I have to shrink down the actual page just a little bit. And the way that this page is set up, it's all one big, cut piece. Nothing is separate. So what you can do is right click and you select Release Compound Path. This then makes every die cut an individual die cut. So that way you can move the die cut if you want, like move the cat if you want to, or move the star if you want to, or copy and paste the star so you could have another one. Now you go over to Send, and you can see it is ready to print, and you can put it in your Cameo once you have it printed, and you will be able to have your die cuts. It's really that simple. The other thing I wanted to show you real quick is another little trick that I do. You go up to the star that looks like a cookie cutter, you select that, and this will help you bring the moon together. So you highlight all of the pieces and you do offset. Once it's all highlighted, then you right click weld, and you weld it together to be one piece. I really love that because the moon to me was one piece, and I wanted it to be one piece and not a bunch of little pieces. I'm going to show you this again on the book pages right here, the book of spells, because it's just a bunch of red lines. So I'll show you that in just a second. So I shrunk everything down, and you can see it's ready to print, but you see all those really heavy red book page lines. I do not want those to cut because it's just going to shred. So what I do is I zoom in and I make sure I highlight that entire piece. First, I got to release the compound path because that will, again, make everything individual. So I highlight the book pieces, and then I go to Offset, and then I highlight it again, right click, and weld. And now it is one piece, and it's not going to print all those microscopic little book pages that will just shred, like I said. As you can see right here, it's just a white outline on the die cut. It's such a simple trick, but it's once you get the hang of that welding offset and then weld trick, it just makes life so much easier when you're trying to make the die cuts from these printable kits. And also the whole process of your scrapbooking will speed up. Okay, as you can see, I just showed you with these tarot cards, it is a big mess of pieces. Like, you do not want them to all cut individually. So what you have to do is release the compound path and then take each of these tarot cards, highlight it, offset, then right click and weld it together. That way it is one card, because you do not need the magic potion to cut separately. You don't need anything like that. Because as you can see, there's like little dots in some of the cards. I believe that's like distress type marks, to make the paper and design look distress, but the Cameo is reading it as a mark to cut, and you do not want that. So again, you just highlight all the pieces of one card, offset, and then you weld it together so it can be one piece. And I'm showing you for each individual card so that way you can see, because it's really not a complicated process once you get the hang of it, and it will make like I keep saying, it just makes everything so much easier. And I really hope that this entire video is very helpful for you in learning how to use your Cameo, because it has been a game changer for me. I was having a lot of trouble with my hand fussy cutting things because I fussy cut so often, and I decided to make the investment in a Cameo, and it has been the best because I can keep scrapbooking and I don't have to have hand pain. So yes, I finished up these tarot cards, and now I went ahead and saved it, and I can save all the other files that I made because it'll make it into a Cameo file with the registration marks. And then, like I said earlier, you just print it and then you load it into your Cameo to cut, and you set it on the cut preferences that you like. For me, that is cardstock, and then I do a speed of 4, a force of 24, and then the speed is 2. So I try to keep my settings low as far as speed and force. And then the pressure, I think it is, I do it 4, like I said. Okay, so now I turned off auto trace because I want to show you the second option that you have. Because sometimes when you get a printable kit or a scrapbook kit, the maker does not give you PNGs, but they give you these blackout pieces. I don't know the specific name, but as you can see here, this is Jennifer's Syncopation design, code orange. And I pulled up a word strip phrase page with also some tombstone looking labels. The JPEGs come really huge, so you just have to shrink them down till they are the size that will fit on an 8.5 by 11. Zoom back in so that way you can see that is inside the margins that you need. Then you can go ahead and turn on the registration marks and slide everything to the left and then shrink it down a little bit more if you need to. Then that page is done, and you just go over to the second page that is a blackout. And then this one, you do the same thing. You shrink it all the way down, and you also add the registration marks. The next component is going to be doing that cookie cutter shape. It's like a star. And again, I apologize that you can't see my silhouette functions on the right hand side, but you want to click select trace area. You drag from the top left corner all the way down to the right, and then you click trace. And it will trace the whole entire black outline, and it will give you red lines. Once you have that, you delete the black layer. Now you copy this these red lines, and you're going to paste it in front of your word strip page. And that will give you the cut lines that you need in order to cut this as a die cut sheet. And it's really that simple. I think I had my cut lines and my word phrase strips just a little size difference. There was a little bit of a size difference, so I had to do a little bit of adjustment, but I got it. And then now I can go ahead and send it and print it, and that's it. It is really that easy. And now you just need to make sure to save it. That way, next time you open up this file, you do not have to make your cut lines again. That way you save it as a silhouette page. As you can see, I've already done several of these code orange pages with the cut lines, but you just save it so that way, like I said, you don't have to do it again with the blackout file. And that's it, you guys. I hope that you have enjoyed. I'd love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you are new to my channel. I hope that you find this helpful, and I can't wait to hear how it goes when you use your Cameo. Bye.